Hello, everyone, and thanks for listening. So, I wanted to talk about condominiums, and there are so many that are popping up in Los Angeles all over the place, especially in particular downtown LA because it's like an epicenter for entertainment. You have the Staples Center, and then you have the Convention Center, you have theaters, LA Live, a lot of dining and out spots and clubs that are open in the downtown Los Angeles area. And it is the hot spot for Los Angeles, and especially the hipsters and people who are concert goers and people who are sports goers and into Comic Con and all those different events that come up yearly, and all of the different things that you could think of, I guess, that deal with that, let's say, the hipster class and the corporate class and people who just want to go out and have fun. And this is an article that I ran across. While we see all these condos popping up all over the place, there are a lot of questions that people might want to ask. For one, some of these condominiums are extremely expensive, if not some, most of them are, especially depending on the location and where it is. And in the downtown area in particular, the condominiums are more geared toward, I would have to say, the wealthier class. And I was looking at an article and it was talking about why should you do your homework before buying a condo. And it's written by a Donie Vanitzian. It was printed like in October 2015. Go figure. This is October, so it has a Q&A, so I'll read part of it, not all of it because it is pretty lengthy, but it says after years of renting, we're looking to purchase a condominium or a townhome or a cooperative in Los Angeles. Although most building facades don't portray the internal problems, those complexes within our price range are in terrible disrepair. Many have filthy or non-functioning pools, old or peeling paint, rotting wood, broken light fixtures, or cordoned-off, damaged stairs, deferred balcony repairs, and unsecured perimeters. One association actually had a common area plumbing disaster occur at the condo open house we were attending. While attendees were notably concerned, even offering to help, neighbors said that because it was a weekend, no one from the association would show up to fix the problem. When we asked real estate salespeople about these hidden problems, they say, don't worry, it's the association's responsibility. But once we buy, there are no assurances that the association will take care of those problems. We also learned individual owners often end up buying or paying for these common areas, or not buying, paying for the common area repairs out of their own pockets because associations, they refuse to pay for them. Some complexes we looked at had more than 35 units paying more than $405,000 a month plus several assessment fees, but the buildings were in shabby looking and falling apart condition, and some associations were collecting tens and thousands of dollars every month in owner assessment fees with nothing to show for it. Whereas they were asked the question, where does this money go? So here's their answer. They say when evaluating the purchase of a home or a property within a common interest development, it is imperative to follow the money. Before making your decision, request a review of financial statements. If there are issues the seller or the board can't answer, then find another property. Adequate upkeep, even for a 35-unit development charging as little as $405,000 a month, may be difficult to achieve depending on the type of maintenance, legal, administrative complexities plaguing the particular association. Ongoing special assessments may be required. So that's just to give a little bit of background in that whole condominium snafu. So, excuse me if I kind of finagled on the words earlier, but I had looked at some condominiums myself, and I had one time considered it, but then when I had went to a home buyers class, it talks about all the different loans, all the different housing options, and condominiums. Now, condominiums tend to be, they say, depending on the location, of course, more affordable in terms of buying power, in terms of down payments, of getting in a home. But these are the problems, the cons of once you buy a condominium that you could possibly face. You wind up spending a lot more than if you just bought your own small single family home or a multi-family home, and didn't have to deal with all of the hassle of money being kind of thrown down the toilet and whisked away. So I just thought this was an interesting topic, since a lot of people are talking about saving money and trying to build, wealth. Wealth also is in home ownership. It still is. Now, the problem that many people have had is coming up with a down payment, which is not easy to come by, and getting a loan or qualifying for a loan. And then there was that issue where a lot of people were suckered into getting homes and they weren't able to afford the mortgage payments. In 2008, we had a lot of people that lost homes. There was a recession, and the market had plummeted, and it was a disaster. So I don't know what's going to bring about the future in terms of home buying, but I do know this, that I've seen condos popping up all over the place. I don't know if that, in particular, those condos were meant for people who are on a lower pay scale. It looks to me as, if you do your research about some of the downtown or some of the more popular condos, they're for people who have more money, the more wealthy class. But anyway, I thought that was something to bring out, because a lot of people overlook that whole issue because the fear of, oh wow, we can't afford it. But anyway, thanks for listening.